Alright, y'all, let's talk about Winnie the Pooh and what we think their zodiac signs are. I feel like certain characters, they scream a specific kind of energy. To me personally, this is my own interpretation of who I think fits with each character. And I had this idea from when I made my video and talking about how Scorpios are melancholy, and so you already know where I'm going, Eeyore. When I was younger, I always used to connect with Eeyore. I feel like everybody always chose either Pooh or Tigger or even Piglet as their favorite. But I said Eeyore knew what was up. He understands life and death. He understands that life has both the ugly, the beautiful, the good, and the bad. But anyways, enough about Eeyore. Let's get into it, okay? So first up, we have the main character giving pure main character energy, right? What y'all think Pooh is? I'm gonna give y'all 2 seconds. 1, 2. Pooh is an Aries. Yes, an Aries. I know y'all probably thought I was gonna say Taurus. Pooh is an Aries, probably with a Taurus rising. Okay. And I feel like Pooh is an Aries because he's very impulsive. He just kind of just goes. He's always chasing the honey without a second thought. Pooh Bear is adventurous and he enjoys living in the moment. If there's any challenge that Pooh faces, he might fumble a little bit, but he's like, nah, I got this. I got it. And even though he's honey obsessed, you know, like a Taurus may be obsessed with the finer things of life and that comfort. That's why I'm putting Taurus rising there, Aries sun. Pooh Bear is an Aries because everything just always works out for him in his favor no matter what. Next up, we have sweet little Piglet. To me, Piglet is giving very much Virgo. Virgo maybe with a Libra rising, okay? Piglet is loyal, detail-oriented, and nervous like 99% of the time. And he's only nervous because he wants everything to be perfect. He's always overthinking every little thing, and he's the friend who's trying to make sure that everything goes planned. He's always the friend that is checking up on everybody and making sure everyone is okay, more times putting everybody else's needs in front of his own. And even though he be freaking out and nervous all of the time, he's still there to help everyone around. And that's why I'm giving Piglet Virgo sun and Libra rising, because he gets along with everyone as well. Next we have Tigger. I feel like I want y'all to take a guess. Take a guess. And yes, Tigger is Gemini. Tigger definitely gives big Gemini energy, Gemini sun, and maybe a Leo rising. Always the star of the show, the party, like he's just wild. Like everything about him is wild. You can't help but just look at him, enjoy all of his antics that he brings. And of course, the Gemini part, just always bouncing off the walls, can never stay still. And even though he has so much chaotic energy, he's always, has something interesting to say or do, and is always going to hype everybody around him up. And Tigger's the type to keep you entertained for hours and hours and hours on end with no breaks, like never letting up, bro. So that's why Tigger is Gemini sun and Leo rising, in my opinion. And I just want to say, side note, not all of the characters are going to have a rising sign. I did not get that far. So I already touched on Eeyore. I love Eeyore down bad. I feel like Eeyore is my spirit animal. Eeyore is definitely giving Scorpio. Definitely giving Scorpio. He's quiet, he's deep, emotional, heavy emo, and very melancholy. And he's only that way because he feels everything so deeply, just like a Scorpio, bro. Eeyore, just like a Scorpio, we will carry the weight of the world on our backs, but we still gonna show up. And even though Eeyore might seem down, guess what? He is still standing. Like I said, Scorpios are always gonna show up no matter what. We might be sad, we might be melancholy, but guess what? We still gonna be there. We still gonna be there. And that's resilience, and that is why Eeyore is Scorpio. Next on the list, we have Rabbit. And for Rabbit, I feel like Rabbit is definitely a Capricorn. He always is the one with a clipboard, a checklist, and he got zero. When I say zero, he got zero patience for any nonsense. I know he always be side-eyeing Tigger because he's like, what is going on here? Like, I don't have time for this. Rabbit loves a good plan, except for when it goes wrong. That's very Capricorn. And the minute something goes wrong, panic. Like a complete, mental breakdown is happening right before your eyes. And just like Capricorns, he's very practical, hardworking, maybe a little bossy at times. Just a little bit bossy. But But we have to give him credit because he keeps everything organized and always gets everything done. Like a Capricorn. Somebody's got to keep everybody in line, keep it all together, right? So that's why I say Rabbit is Capricorn. Now, Owl for sure has to be Sagittarius. I know y'all probably weren't expecting that, but Owl is a Sagittarius, okay? Owl's the type to think that he knows everything, and he knows a little something, but sometimes he doesn't, but he gonna say it anyways. Owl is the wise philosopher out of the group, always dropping knowledge, even when some of it is completely unnecessary. At the end of the day, Owl, he means well, just like Sagittarius do. Big philosophical, wise vibes, even if it's unnecessary, and that's why I'm saying Owl is a Sagittarius. Christopher Robin's definitely going to be an Aquarius. He's imaginative, visionary, creative, and the one bringing everyone together. Like, he somehow manages a whole forest full of chaos and is still calm about it, somehow. Just like an Aquarius, Christopher Robin is a natural leader who sees and understands the big picture. That's why I'm saying Christopher Robin is an Aquarius. Next up, we have Kanga. Kanga is definitely giving off Cancer vibes. I promise you it wasn't like an easy cop-out, but she's just very protective, very motherly, and not just to Rue, to everybody in the group. She's always nurturing everybody around her and making sure that everyone is well taken care of. Just like Cancers, she's the emotional rock and will always put everyone first before herself. And also, she definitely will. She could get a little spicy, you know. She'll be able to clap back if she needs to, just like a Cancer. They will protect their people like their life depended on it. And last on our list, we have Rue. Rue is Pisces. I know it seems like another easy choice, but Rue is just so playful and youthful, not just because he is the baby of the group, but he has this like little dreamer spirit, just like Pisces do. You know, Pisces, they're always being told that their head is in the clouds, or like they're always in la la land, and that's exactly how Rue is. Not only that, Rue is very curious and sweet and full of pure imagination and wonder. Rue always sees the world in bright colors and magic, just like a Pisces. So these were my interpretations on how I felt each character was and what zodiac sign that they represented. If you agree with me, let me know in the comments. If you don't agree with me, also let me know in the comments.